Welcome to the movies, pal. Your friendly neighborhood master Chaos here. I hope you're well. Good to see you. Come on in. It's hot as hell out there. It's air conditioned in here, nice and cool and cozy. You have a seat saved as always. As a matter of fact, it has your butt impression in it. It's kind of weird. The seats aren't supposed to do that. I don't know, maybe it was something that happens when you sit on it. I don't know, but you could just go ahead and, plant your cheeks where your cheeks are planted, and you'll see you fit right in. It's like a groove. It's very strange. I've tried sitting in there, and it's like kind of uncomfortable. I don't know what's going on, with your back door. But anyway, go ahead, take your seat. Let me hand you a raincoat, because it's about to get goopy up in here. Of course, we're talking about the incredible Melting Man in 4K. Wow. I think it's 100% clear now that Vinegar Syndrome has either struck a deal with Scream Factory or sniped a whole bunch of Scream Factory titles for 4K upgrades, because this is, the fourth or fifth this year of a Scream Factory title that they've upgraded to 4K? I don't even buy most of the Scream Factory 4Ks that come from them. So, honestly, this is, in my opinion, kind of a nothing release. And by nothing release, I mean that this is a movie that would not have normally taken up space on my shelf. I'm perfectly happy with the Blu-ray. This is a movie I would not have bought if I wasn't a subscriber. And as a subscriber, it's now in my collection, and I have to find a home for my Blu-ray, because I'm not going to have two copies of this movie. Now, as we'll go into the review, you'll see that I do really like Incredible Melting Man. I think my big hesitation with this whole release is that this is the kind of movie that really doesn't need a 4K, and it almost feels like a joke that they picked this movie to give a 4K upgrade to, when there's so many other movies that I feel would really not only benefit from an upgrade, but also help expand the Vinegar Syndrome audience. So why Incredible Melting Man? I don't know, but let's talk about the movie itself. The Incredible Melting Man runs 1 hour and 26 minutes. This movie is a goopier and grosser version of a 50s monster movie. Think the hideous sun demon meets melting ice cream, and you'll have a perfect idea of what's in store for you. It's not a great movie. As a matter of fact, long stretches of the movie are quite dull. But the only saving graces here are the practical melting effects. An astronaut returns to Earth with some kind of melting disease and a blood thirst. Luckily, local doctor Ted Nelson, a family friend of the astronaut, is on the hunt to bring him back to the hospital after the melting astronaut escapes. Unfortunately, we spend more time with Ted Nelson and some random general guy who likes to steal fried chicken than we do with the Melting Man himself, which is the movie's greatest sin. We do get a little nudity and some disgusting practical effects, so it's hard to complain too much. There's a lot to like in this movie, especially the ending, which I won't spoil here, but it managed to shock me. The 4K looks incredible. It really helps the gory effects pop, but it's not like they needed any help. The only special feature on the 4K disc is the commentary track, but the included Blu-ray does have the rest of them. You get a 31-minute brand new interview with writer-director William Sachs, a 15-minute new interview with script supervisor Sandy King, an archival interview featurette with William Sachs and special effects artist Rick Baker, and lastly, an archival interview with special effects artist Greg Canham. The special effects are the real stars of the show here, and like I said, it feels like a 50s black and white monster movie just made in the 70s and with far more disgusting practical effects. This is the kind of movie that could probably turn a few stomachs, so buyer beware. It's a really fun movie, one that I actually really enjoy. First discovered on Mystery Science Theater and then repeated viewings on Blu-ray. I like this movie quite a bit, and you might be shocked to hear me say 4 stars. 4 stars for The Incredible Melting Man. Now look at this packaging. It is beautiful. The back is kind of a letdown. It's a little more of a less is more situation. I mean, at least they didn't put the Melting Man's butt on there, which honestly I would not want to see. The packaging is nice. The movie is a lot of fun. The biggest issue is it doesn't need 4K, and because it has a 4K, you're paying more for a movie that necessarily doesn't really benefit from it. Yeah, it makes the effects pop, but honestly, the effects popped just fine on the Blu-ray. So if you were to ask me, is the upgrade worth it? I would say
hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no.
That being said, if you're a 4K fanatic and you've never seen the movie and you like creature effects, practical gore, and honestly, who doesn't? This is the movie for you. Ugh, I think I got a little melting man in this. Alright, I'm gonna go change my coffee, but that's okay because it's time to close the theater down. My friend, I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, do consider subscribing, because that means you and I can hang out again. Oh my God, what an honor and a pleasure that would be. I would love to see your smiling face again. Remember, the seat is saved. Only you can sit in that seat because of your strange behind shape, but no judgment here because I love you. Let me grab the curtain here, pull it across the silver screen, and bid you adieu because the theater is closed for now.